everybody, today we're going to be giving you an introduction to the Scorpion A-74 series of motors. These are high performance, high efficiency power systems for 85cc to 170cc gas equivalent airplanes or other kind of UAV applications. So as you can see, there's a wide variety of motor size and kV options for numerous applications. The smallest motors are the A7430. Now this comes in 2 kV versions, 155 kV and 185 kV. The 155 kV is classified as a 100cc equivalent engine. So the kV is a little lower. It spins a larger, slower spinning prop. Normally we use this with around a 28-inch prop with 12 to 13 degrees of pitch. And it's great for around 100cc equivalent power. The 185 kV is actually what we classify as a very powerful 85cc equivalent engine. It has a higher kV and spins a little bit smaller of a prop, spinning very fast with a lot of power. So this we use normally 25 to 26-inch propellers, and it's great for 85cc equivalent airframes or very overpowered 70cc equivalent airframes. Next, we have the A74 series motors. There is 2 kV options, one for 165 kV and another for 180 kV. 165 kV, we classify it as a 100 to 120cc equivalent motor. On 12S, you can run it with a 28 to 30-inch propeller for a slower spinning, lower power application. Or you can put it on 14S and run around a 27 to 28-inch prop, and it is a high-powered beast equivalent to 120cc gas engine. The 180 kV, we classify it only as a 120cc equivalent engine. This motor on 12S with a 28-inch prop, around 12 or 13 degrees of pitch, is a very high-power motor. It is the electric equivalent to a 120cc gas engine. And the largest two are the A7445. As well, comes in 2 kV options. There is the 140 kV and 165 kV. The 140 kV, we classify it as 150 to 170cc class, running on 12S to 14S LiPo. On 12S, it's not directly comparable to a gas engine, but it's designed for more edge case scenarios. So for example, on very high altitude airframes running a large prop with a lot of diameter, this slower spinning kV on a 12S battery is a great option. Or you can run this on 14S with a 30 to 32-inch propeller, and it is a very good, very high power 150 to 170 equivalent engine. And lastly, the 165 kV, we classify it as 150cc to 170cc, running on 12S with a 30 to 32-inch propeller. This is a great motor for 150 to 170cc class airframes. One great new feature about the A74 V2 series, like are shown here, is the new propeller hub style. So the propeller hub is removable, and there's 3 different sizes available. We have one size of prop hub, which is M5 bolts with a 30mm diameter, and there are 4 of them. This is common for 70cc airframes and is good for the smaller propellers, which don't have a very big propeller base. Then we have the mid-size propeller hub, which is 6 bolts. Those are M5 bolts at a 29mm diameter. So this is very common in the 100cc to 120cc class of engines and is good for props in this size range. Then the largest one we have here is 6 bolts. These are M5 as well, and they are at a 34mm diameter, typically found on 150 to 170cc class of engines. The great thing is that all of these are interchangeable, so you can put any of the hubs on any of the A74 series motors, depending on the application that you need. As well, the motor can be used without a propeller hub. There are several holes on the top of the motor face, which can be used for direct propeller mounting onto the motor face. To complement the A74 series, we have a number of products which we've developed to complement this motor series. Each A74 motor comes with a stock generic cross mount, which has equidistant spacing all around. This is great for traditional mounting on a UAV or model. But as you know, many airframes come with a firewall pre-drilled for an existing gasoline engine. So we have a number of cross mounts which are designed to mimic a gas engine. We have the A-74 cross mount for 50 to 76 cc engines. This matches the spacing of an equivalent 50 to 76 cc engine. We have a cross mount for 100 to 120 cc to match a standard 100 to 120 cc gas engine. And we have a cross mount for 150 to 176 cc, which, as you guessed, complements a traditional 150 to 176 cc engine. All of these cross mounts can mount to any of the A-74 series motors. So even if you want to cross size your plane, if you want to put a big 120 cc electric equivalent motor on your 50 cc plane, you could do so just by choosing the appropriate cross mount. Well, we have a number of standoff sets which are designed to mimic the length of an equivalent gas size engine. We have a 50 to 76 cc set of standoffs, which is designed, if you use this, for example, with one of the A-74-30 motors, the size would be very similar to an existing 50 to 76 cc gas engine. We have the set for 100 to 120 cc. This is useful for 100 to 120 cc airframes, but there's enough adjustment in it that you could use almost any of these motors just by changing the number of shims and still fit it on an existing airframe. Lastly, we have the largest set, which is for 150 to 176 cc gas equivalent engines. This is predominantly used with the A-74-45, but as well, as I said, there's enough adjustment. You could use almost any of the engines on any airframe. So there you have a complete overview of all sizes and KV options of the Scorpion A-74 series line, along with all accessories and all use case applications. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much.